Our main event is underway, and here we go.
Immediately, St. Pierre takes him down.
What did we talk about at the top of the show? 80% of the time, it is none other than George St. Pierre successful on takedowns. And Fitch's takedown defense was well over 70%.
Fitch is very comfortable off his back, though. He has excellent jiu-jitsu.
And no one in UFC action has ever passed the guard of John Fitch.
Good job of controlling the hands of George St. Pierre. Keeping him from landing any shots on the top.
You talked about Dave Camarillo and the guerrilla jiu-jitsu black belt that John Fitch just earned. He was the first man to ever go all the way, white belt to black belt, under Dave's tutelage, which is a heck of an honor. Fitch did it all with hard work.
Yeah, Dave Camarillo is a highly respected jiu-jitsu instructor and competitor, who's also a fantastic judo player as well. The jiu-jitsu that he teaches is very aggressive, very MMA-oriented.
Good elbow by St. Pierre. Half guard. St. Pierre has just gotten bigger, stronger, more powerful. Even though you can't see it, he is so much stronger than he was in fights before. You see it displayed, though, and the control, the chant of USA. Fitch, the Midwesterner. St. Pierre, the champion, the French-Canadian.
Fitch is back to his feet.
Got him again. Joe, you've talked about it before with St. Pierre. For a guy who didn't wrestle in high school, didn't wrestle in college, to be perhaps the best wrestler in mixed martial arts right now, or at least one of the top wrestlers in mixed martial arts, is absolutely fascinating.
It's pretty incredible, and it's a testament to what kind of an athlete he is. It's just unbelievably explosive. Very fast.
Fitch is a gamer, though. St. Pierre switched stances, missed with the left. Oh,
good right hand.
Big right hand. Fitch got rocked after he threw the leg kick. St. Pierre countered. St. Pierre continues to
Fitch is taking some bombs.
St. Pierre looking to finish early. Fitch looking to survive.
Fitch has gotten hit with some big shots, Mike. And St. Pierre is staying on him.
Do you think he's grown up mentally a little bit?
It's really incredible, his ability to control guys on the top. And guys like Fitch that are great, accomplished wrestlers.
He got the half guard, still hasn't officially passed his guard, though. Half guard again.
But meanwhile, Fitch has done nothing to threaten on the bottom, has not threatened with any offense, and has not threatened with any sweeps. He's got to be careful scrambling to his feet here.
Oh, he's getting teed up on. St. Pierre relentless. What a pace. Fitch is up, though. Fitch is shaky.
He's very wobbly, Mike. Very wobbly.
He goes down for a moment.
He's in trouble.
St. Pierre again, but he'll wait. Over a minute remains in the round, Joe. Wow.
Fitch is back to full guard here.
A fight against the man that St. Pierre considered the greatest challenge of his career, and he is absolutely dominating him here in round one. Half guard. There it is. First time that John Fitch has had his guard passed inside the octagon.
He's inside control, and he's sitting on John Fitch.
20 seconds remains in round one. Perfect on his takedown attempts. Mount 10 seconds, though, Joe. Back. Fitch may make it to the round that is labeled number 2. He will.
Big round for George St. Pierre.
They touch again. Red trunks for Fitch, black trunks for GSP. Looking for what would be his first title defense.
Now let's see how Fitch adjusts. Good body shot by Fitch. Fitch is moving around more, lighter on his feet.
Nice. Mixed it up. Switches his stance. St. Pierre still an incredible striker. Even though we've watched him mature in his ground skills and his controlling of opponents, you gotta remember this guy strikes as well as anybody. Lightning quick, precise, powerful. And he does look he looks a little bit bigger than he has before. He's packed on a bunch of muscle. I mean, and this is a young man, 27 years old, still maturing. Head kick. Fitch moving ahead a lot better here, as you mentioned, Joe, in this round. From USA to GSP.
Good body shot by Fitch.
Caught him with a jab again. That jab is lightning fast.
I like how Fitch is attacking the body.
Fitch trying to put a combination together. Like I said at the beginning of the round, Joe, John Fitch won't go away.
No, he grinds. He's going to stay in there as long as he's physically capable of.
Trying to set a UFC record with 9 consecutive wins, hasn't lost a fight in more than 5 years. 2002, spinning back kick, caught him a little bit. In and out with a jab. St. Pierre's bloodied up on his forehead now. Fitch changed levels nicely. Definitely looking to attack the body.
He's swinging hard.
Absolutely.
Kick by St. Pierre. Good
Big
right
right
hand by Fitch.
This is why George St. Pierre said this will be the toughest challenge he believes of his fighting career. No disrespect to his previous opponents.
By Fitch.
Because Fitch has unbelievable heart.
Another right hand by Fitch.
Switching stances again is the champion.
The key to this fight for Fitch is if he can put some doubt into George St. Pierre's head. If he can land some shots and hurt him and rock him and put some doubt. When George St. Pierre is confident, when he's a front runner, he's very, very dangerous.
Well, Fitch has been quoted as saying he thinks St. Pierre's been gun shy since he was rocked by Matt Serra and upset in his title defense. George St. Pierre, I'm sure, doesn't agree. And right now he's happy to exchange here in round 2 with the challenger. Good switch. Nice. St. Pierre.
St. Pierre shoots.
Good takedown defense. Not many times does St. Pierre not have success when he looks to take down opponents. Statistically, 8 of every 10 takedowns successful. Fitch stuffed that one, and he continues to come forward. But remember, we told you top of the show, Joe, Fitch's takedown defense is well over 70%.
Good right hand by St. Pierre, left hand.
Look to set up the spinning back kick again. Final seconds of round number 2. Minneapolis, Minnesota. St. Pierre Fitch, round 3. Title fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. Fitch, very light on his feet here at the beginning of round number 3. I'm sure he gained some serious confidence in round 2.
Good left hand, good right hand counter
answered by GSP.
Fitch is in trouble. George has got his back. He's got one hook in.
Huge counter by St. Pierre.
He's got both hooks in now.
Fitch caught him too, Joe.
Fitch caught him, but the counter was very clean.
Gonna look to finish. He's got one hook in. Now St. Pierre.
This is a different world with John Fitch on top.
He is in very rare air right here as St. Pierre. 130 total minutes of fighting in his career, less than 5 minutes spent on his back. And Fitch, very highly successful and effective with his ground and pound. And he's landing everything here, Joe. Even at a higher rate than his career average of 64. Third round.
I'm interested to see if he's going to try to pass or if he's just going to try to stay here in George St. Pierre's guard and just land small shots. St. Pierre looking to sweep. Fitch loses it.
And St. Pierre's out. So there's that stat again. Tough to take him down, tougher to keep him down.
So explosive. Just so quick to take advantage of opportunities. Any little space that you give him.
Fitch from the bottom.
Yeah, and that's a terrible mistake by John Fitch that he's going to have to pay for now. Now he's trying to scramble to his feet. Let's see if St. Pierre lets him.
We are just at the midway point of this title fight.
Fitch back to his feet.
St. Pierre pushes forward. Fitch looks to answer. Said when he first got to San Jose, John Fitch, he had about 3 different shirts to work out in, and that was about it. Good kick to the leg of John Fitch. He could very well be the most athletically gifted athlete ever to grace the octagon. St. Pierre mixing it up here.
The only one that I think is going to give him contention is Anthony Johnson.
Yep.
That kid's a ridiculous athlete as well.
And that's a heck of a compliment to Anthony Johnson when you're looking at a man who could dominate this sport for a long time. But the last time we said that, Matt Serra came in and said something different. This time GSP composed, matured, and he has eaten some punches. Big right hand again. Fitch ducks underneath.
Fitch ate a big knee.
Head kick. And another knee. Plenty of time for George St. Pierre.
Fitch is trying to hold on to St. Pierre's wrist. He's in a lot of trouble here, Mike. A lot of trouble.
Wobbly again, Joe. Fitch trying to hang on to force round 4. Man, Fitch is a warrior. Caught him with a left. That kick was checked. Right hand.
Still hanging in there, though.
Another takedown for GSP. 15 seconds remains in the round.
This takedown is actually good for Fitch.
Absolutely.
Because he was getting battered on his feet.
Just when you thought Fitch might have gotten himself a little bit of momentum. Fitch in the red trunks. St. Pierre in the black trunks. Target Center sold out. Main event of the evening. Welterweight title fight.
Put your kicks up.
George St. Pierre is bleeding now, Mike. He's got a cut over his left eye. This is an interesting turn of events here.
And I just remember every time we scout fights, if you will, with our matchmaker Joe Silva, the first thing he always said is John Fitch is a beast. You know what? John Fitch is a survivor, too. You know, you talk about warriors and everything going on around the war, and this is a competition, but man, oh man, these are some tough dudes. Snapping that jab.
Good body kick by Fitch.
Fitch has got his hands in good position still.
Fitch shoots in for a takedown and is stuffed.
Wow.
Come on.
Caught him. They're all good, though. St. Pierre's kind of faked and, there's that jab. Use that left hand effectively all night long. Under 3 minutes remains in the fourth round. Fitch trying to counter with that left hook each time. Almost swept him. Man. What a main event.
St. Pierre utilizing that jab very well. And good head movement. Fitch trying very hard for the takedown.
It's unbelievable, Joe.
This is incredible when you think about what an accomplished wrestler Fitch is and how George St. Pierre's takedown defense just, it's second to none. Only BJ Penn. BJ Penn is the only one who has takedown defense like St. Pierre.
And he took down Trigg and Hughes and Shirk and Koscheck at will. He's been very successful with his limited number of takedown attempts tonight against John Fitch. Tough to take him down, tougher to keep him down. Just over a minute remains in the fourth round.
Fitch still hanging onto that leg, but now St. Pierre is on top of him. He lets it go. And St. Pierre's got him down immediately. I mean, that's the difference. I mean, that just is incredible.
St. Pierre, the first man to pass John Fitch's guard in UFC competition here earlier tonight.
St. Pierre is so strong that you see guys, they almost look confused when he throws them around. When they can't take him down and he takes them down so easy, they almost look confused.
15-fight win streak on the line 10 seconds.
Oh!
Looking to finish. We'll head to the 5th and final round. Fifth and final round. A great show of respect and class.
Good left hook by St. Pierre right off the bat.
Fitch looks for the head kick. Fitch is trying to do anything, Joe, and he's going to leave himself vulnerable in doing so. Big right hand.
Good left hook.
Man, he's so explosive.
And so fresh, you know, he's moving just as well in this 5th round as he did in the 1st. Whereas John Fitch, who's got great conditioning, is noticeably slow.
No question. Spinning back fist lands. Fitch smiles, but he got rocked again.
St. Pierre is just taking target practice now.
Putting on a show.
And then look, when he wants to take Fitch down, takes him down at will.
It was the most difficult fight scenario of his life when Sarah shocked the world. And GSP has clearly learned. He lives his life every day as a champion. And he's less than 4 minutes away from leaving and remaining the UFC welterweight champion. From the south shore of Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Lots of Canadians coming here to Minnesota tonight to support their native son. And he has not disappointed. Under 3 minutes remains. Wow. Like you said, Joe, he just seems so fresh still.
Yeah, he's just got incredible conditioning. Whatever he's doing it right. The thing about John Fitch's conditioning, I'm sure he's got excellent conditioning, but the amount of punishment that he's taken has really drained his body. Big elbow over the top.
St. Pierre said he wanted to take care of defending his title, and as you said, Joe, a moment ago, sometimes you're not a champion. Oftentimes people say you're not until you defend.
Yeah, that's the conventional wisdom in the fight world.
Yep.
You're not a champion until you defend your belt. And unless something crazy happens in the next 2 minutes, George St. Pierre is a champion.
Fitch is back up. Under 2 minutes remains in the fight. Again with the jab. St. Pierre takedown. Yep.
Incredible. Just
looks at the
will.
clock. Yep.
He does whatever he wants to do to him.
Attack the submission. Attack, attack, attack.
One minute remains.
Fitch is trying. He's scrambling. I mean, he's doing his best, but he's just being overwhelmed by the superior athlete.
Takes a look again.
And the superior tactician. I mean, it's not just his athleticism. It's his athleticism and how he applies it to his techniques. That's the thing about St. Pierre is he's so technical as well.
You know, there was once a time in where many questioned the heart and the mind of George St. Pierre. You know, oftentimes they'll say, don't listen to the critics, don't listen to the critics. But you know what? George St. Pierre did listen to the critics, and has set out to prove them wrong, and prove them wrong he has done here tonight.
Fitch tried to scramble up to his feet, but he was unable to do so.
He is going to earn his first title defense. He entered Target Center as the welterweight champion. Georges St-Pierre will exit Target Center as the UFC welterweight champion.
I don't think there can be any doubt. Great show of respect between these two fighters.
This is what makes this sport unique right here, Joe.
Yeah, the respect and the honor that these guys show toward each other, and how much they appreciate each other after the bouts, and how the animosity is just gone after it's all over, and they just appreciate each other's efforts. And I mean, look at these two guys just communicating and congratulating each other on their performances. And there can be no doubt.
Oh, absolutely. Bruce Buffer has gathered the scorecards. The judges have rendered their decision. Georges St-Pierre is going to remain the UFC welterweight champion. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for decision. Doug Crosby scores it 50-43. Nelson Hamilton has it 50-44, and Jeff Mullen scores the contest 50-44 for the winner by unanimous decision, and still